Let me tell you how I reduced the complexity of my finances and found a much easier way to manage everything. I was drowning in spreadsheets, accounts, and subscriptions, constantly stressed about missing a payment or paying too much in fees. But then I realized something. Simplifying and consolidating was the key to taking control. Today, I'm sharing the exact steps I took, and I promise you, if you stick with me, you'll walk away with strategies you can apply today to streamline your financial life and save time and money. Now, I know there are a ton of videos out there talking about consolidating finances, but what makes this one different is that I'm not incentivized by affiliate commissions or selling anything. This is about pure value, giving you the best, no-nonsense advice without any hidden agenda. Stick with me because, towards the end, I'm going to share one major mistake I made that you'll want to avoid at all costs. Trust me, it's important. First, let's talk about the biggest problem I had before consolidating: tracking everything. Every month, I had to juggle multiple accounts, from credit cards to loans to investment portfolios. I was spending more time looking at numbers than actually living my life. I realized I was spending too much mental energy on things that weren't moving the needle in my financial goals. So, the first step I took was to streamline my bank accounts. Instead of having a bunch of accounts with different banks, I chose one that offered everything I needed: checking, savings, and even investment tools. This alone cut down on a ton of complexity. I no longer had to log into 10 different platforms to check balances or transfer money. Everything was in one place, and I could easily keep track of where my money was going. Next, I tackled my credit cards. Like many people, I had multiple cards with different rewards and fees. While at first, the idea of maximizing each card's rewards seemed like a good strategy, it quickly became a nightmare to manage. So, I picked one card that offered the most benefits for my spending habits and paid off the others. This reduced the number of bills I had to manage, and I found that by consolidating my credit cards, I actually ended up with better rewards overall. Plus, I didn't have to worry about interest rates or missing payments across multiple accounts. The next step I took was consolidating my debt. At one point, I had several loans with different interest rates, terms, and due dates. It was a juggling act, and I was constantly worried about missing a payment or accidentally paying the wrong amount. So, I refinanced everything into one loan with a fixed rate and a clear monthly payment. This simplified my finances immensely. I knew exactly how much I owed and when it was due, and I wasn't getting hit with surprise interest hikes or fluctuating payments. Then, I focused on my investments. I was guilty of opening accounts with multiple brokers and platforms, thinking I was diversifying my portfolio. What actually happened was I ended up with a fragmented, hard-to-track investment strategy. I consolidated those into a single brokerage account that offered a wide range of investments, from stocks to bonds to ETFs, all in one place. I didn't lose any diversity, but I gained ease of use and transparency. Now, here's the big mistake I made that you don't want to repeat. I didn't take tax implications seriously when consolidating my accounts. It wasn't until I did my taxes that I realized how much I was paying in fees and taxes, because I didn't account for all the small details when combining accounts. So, if you're consolidating, make sure to consult with a tax professional or do your research on the tax benefits of consolidating. By the end of this process, I felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. My finances were no longer a chaotic mess. Everything was organized and easy to track, and I saved both time and money. But it wasn't just about convenience. It was about having control, something I never realized I was missing before. If you're overwhelmed by your finances, taking the time to consolidate could make all the difference. Start small, focus on one thing at a time, and trust me, you'll see the benefits fast. If you got value from this video, I'd love for you to subscribe. I create content that's designed to help you make better decisions, without any hidden incentives like affiliate commissions. Support the channel, and I'll keep bringing you practical, no-nonsense advice.